Hello friends and welcome to Life in Envelopes. I am Jennifer Bleecher. Last week I made a super fun video where I used one kit 3 different ways in the Erin Condren 7x9 vertical layout. I used my universal kit in all 3 new June patterns that just were released, and I had so much fun doing that, so I decided this week to do the same thing but with a classic Happy Planner. So I'm using the classic Happy Planner weekly kit, which has 3 pages, page 1, page 2, page 3, and I'm using the 3 June patterns, which is June 1/24, June 2/24, and June 3/24. So the first spread I'm doing here is June 1/24, which features strawberries and flowers, and the main colors are pink and red and green. It's such a fun pattern. So I'm starting by setting up the days of the week with the correct dates, because this is an old planner, so all the dates are wrong. So it is June, but all the dates are wrong. So I'm first fixing that. I'm not sure what planner this is. I think 2022, 2023. Anyway, so, and the first spread here, I am putting the headers down across that top row, above the top row, like right on the line. And then I'm going to put the washi on top of that. So for the 3 spreads, I'm going to do these top days of the week. They're going to be different each time. So this is the first way I tried it, which is the dates on the line and then the top washi on top of that. Because the date headers themselves aren't thick enough to cover the dates. I mean, you could always like wipe them out. See, you can see the little black pieces like sticking up above the days of the week. You could always wipe them out and then just use the days of the week sticker, but I did end up using the top washi on all 3 spreads, but just in a different location. So you'll see that in just a minute here. And then this, I believe, is the only spread where I think where I cover up the June. It's just like a habit with Erin Condren. I always put a sticker in the top left corner like that to cover up whatever they have going on. And so I did that here with this spread, but I don't do it in any of the other spreads that I share with you today. So I put the bottom washi across the bottom, and I went all the way to the bottom there. And another spread, I'll show you that I won't go all the way to the bottom. I do it actually in the last box instead. And then I thought I would make this a very functional layout. Sorry, my head keeps popping into the thing. So I thought I would do a very functional layout. So I'm using all of the lines in the vertical layout here to help me line all the stickers up. And I'm keeping each row kind of designed to itself. Like in this middle row, I am only doing big boxes in the middle row. Some of them are full-sized functional boxes, and some are full-size decorative boxes, but they're all the really big full boxes going all the way across the middle, which I think is a very pretty look. I also think it's really pretty when people do like just the patterns, the patterned full boxes all the way across the middle. I think that's very pretty too. But I started with that, and then I decided to take advantage of those the meal planning stickers, which are just a fork, a knife, and a spoon, and then I use that to indicate meal planning. You wouldn't have to though. You could like use that to indicate going out to eat or whatever you come up with. This is all just for fun. So do what makes you happy. But I thought, okay, so I have these meal planning stickers. So let me like set up a meal planning schedule here. And I just used the bottom row to do that, and I went all the way across the bottom. And then I realized I only had 5 of these red stickers. So I ended up for Saturday and Sunday using 2 of the green ones so that I could do a meal plan for every day of the week. And then later on, I'm going to change that, but I'm going to do that at first. At first my thought was, okay, I want to have a meal plan for every day of the week. So because I have 7 meal plan stickers, so I might as well use them all. So that's where I started, but that is going to change in a minute here. Were any of you strawberry shortcake fans when you were growing up? I was such a huge strawberry shortcake fan. So I'm 46 years old. I was born in 1977, and when I was a little girl, strawberry shortcake was a very, very big deal. Like for me, like kindergarten, first grade, that age range. I remember I had a strawberry shortcake themed birthday. I think it was my first grade, when I was in first grade. And so like I had a strawberry shortcake birthday cake that my mom made that looked like the character strawberry shortcake, the cartoon character, not like strawberry shortcake like the actual cake. And then my parents got me, like, redecorated my bedroom with all strawberry shortcake stuff. So I had a strawberry shortcake like comforter cover or comforter, and I even had a strawberry shortcake trash can. Like I had strawberry shortcake, every like thing you could possibly get for your room that had strawberry shortcake on it, I had. Plus I had like all the dolls, and I had this like huge house where you could like store the dolls and where they like lived. It was so cool. I love strawberry shortcake so much. I can still like kind of remember what it smelled like. All the dolls had a different smell. But anyways, I am a huge strawberry fan all my life because of Strawberry Shortcake, the cartoon character. And every year I love to make a strawberry kit in honor of that passion of mine. So this is my strawberry kit for the year 2024. Okay, so back to the planning here. I did decide to use these functional boxes in the top row and the bottom row, and I tried to use them in a very similar pattern. Like again, my idea for this first spread was I wanted it to be very like functional and very orderly. Actually, the first two spreads are pretty much very functional, very orderly, and then the third spread you're going to see today is not chaos, but it is more artistic and more free-flowing and less following the rules, less following the lines. So you'll see that in a minute here. But I use a mixture of they're not quarter boxes, they're like 1/3 boxes. So of the, oh wait, are they quarter boxes? Yeah, sorry, they are quarter boxes. I use a mixture of the quarter boxes and the half boxes to make a pattern in the top row and the bottom row. And then I also used some quarter boxes over in the sidebar just to add some more color there. So as you can see, I did remove the two meal planning things for Saturday and Sunday because I decided I wanted to add some more of my full boxes to the spread. And then I was just playing with it to figure out like what would look pretty, like using the white space to make a pretty pattern. This is what I finally decided, like white, green, strawberry white, then white, pink. See how it's like a more structured pattern there. And then I was just showing you what I had left was one full box and 2 meal planning stickers. So that's all I had left from that kit when I was done with it. So that was the first spread. Now we're moving on to the second spread, and I'm using June 224. And the main colors in June 224 are purple and yellow. There are several shades of purple in this kit, and then just one really shade of yellow that I use for the whole kit. But you'll see when I do the top washi and the days of the week header, I'm going to do it differently. So in the first spread, I lined up all of the days of the week with that top line. This time, I'm going to do the washi first and then put the day headers on top of the washi. So again, I'm using the dates that are accurate for this year, and I'm covering up all the dates that are wrong here, which is kind of nice when you use stickers. You can do that. You can use old planners because you're changing the dates. So I have these pages available so I can still use them. So I thought too, I would start with the Wednesday and then put the Monday and Tuesday down. I thought that might help with getting them on like lined up like this. In my universal kit, which I use in the Erin Condren planners, the days of the week aren't the full, well, they're the size of the column, but the columns in the Erin Condren, they actually have like a white space between each column. So the days of the week there's like a little leniency. They don't touch the way they do in this kit. So you have to be a little more careful with this kit to keep them like lined up nicely. The good thing is all of my stickers are, you can like readjustable. You can peel them up and you can move them. So they're not removable, but like movable. They're movable. Anywho, as you can see there on the bottom washi, I didn't put it all the way to the bottom of the page like I did with the strawberry kit. I put them into the bottom box instead. And the reason why I got confused with the quarter boxes before is because in this kit, when I put the bottom washi on the kit like that, I only have room for 3 of the quarter boxes, so it becomes 3 boxes instead of 4. And then I'm doing the full boxes all the way across the top, and this time I'm not using the full functional boxes, I'm just using the full decorative boxes, so all of my floral patterns, and I'm going all the way across the top here, and it's beautiful. At first I was thinking, I don't think I would ever actually do this in a plan with me. I would put it in the center. I think it's just more balanced that way. Like right now, I feel like it's very top heavy, but it is very pretty too. So then in the middle here, I'm going to do just functional boxes, but I am using the full functional boxes as well as the quarter and half functional boxes. And again, I'm trying to keep this spread kind of functional. So I'm using all of the lines to line up the different stickers and try to keep things like paced out evenly. So my shop is having a sale right now, but where everything in the shop is 20% off. You don't need a coupon code because the whole shop is 20% off. It's my Earth Day sale, but it actually ends today. So if you're watching this video on another day, later, don't worry, you can still save some money. You can use my discount code YouTube15 to save 15% off of your order. And that YouTube discount code is good all the time. So you can use that YouTube15 discount code all the time. But every once in a while, I do have a sale when it is a holiday. So my next sale will be Mother's Day weekend. I'll have another sale. But yeah, so don't forget to use YouTube15 if you decide to place an order in the shop. So I've been watching several people plan in their classic happy planners, and it is so fun to watch them, but also really intimidating. Like those people who use books that have like picture or stickers of things like flowers, and then they like go off the page and they trim them, and I think it's so beautiful the way they turn out, but it's highly intimidating for me. I'm so used to my like rectangles and squares, like and my more functional stickers, so I enjoy watching them, but it makes me nervous to think about planning that way. So that's why my kits, I call them decorative functional kits, because they are decorative. They have lots of patterns and colors to them, but they're functional, so they're decorative functional. And but I do, in the third spread here, which you'll see in a minute, I do try to get more creative and do more of the things that like normal classic happy planner people do when they share videos here on YouTube. They do they take more risks, and they're not so lined up with every column like this, but I think it looks pretty too, with everything lined up and filled in and all the different shapes. I can't remember if I put anything in the sidebar of this layout. We'll have to see, I guess, in a minute here. So how are you guys doing? How is the weather? The weather here has been really strange. Like, it's sunny today and it was sunny yesterday, but it's so cold and windy. I've been trying really hard to like go for a walk outside every day, but I'm just not motivated when it's so cold. So on those days I try to go to my mall and walk around the mall, but it's not quite as convenient as just stepping out the door and walking outside. But I love the blue skies. I love the sunshine. I'm just ready for some warm weather. And I'm just wondering what it's like in the rest of the country. I live in the Midwest and in Iowa, and sometimes I feel like it's just cold so often throughout the year here. Even in summertime we can have some really cold days. But oh, that's what I did on the sidebar. That's right, I decided to use the sidebar for the meal planning stickers, and I actually really like the way that turned out. And I was thinking I might try that on my plans that I do for myself. I thought that was a fun use of the sidebar. So here I'm showing you all the stickers I use, and I end up using everything except for one full box. So that is my second layout. Here's the first one again, and there's the second one. Okay guys, time to get a little bit crazy or creative. So got the kit here, all 3 pages. So first of all, with the header, the days of the week headers and the top washi, what I decided to do is I decided to line the days of the week up across the top and have it stop where the numbers stop, so that there's a white space above it, because in the first 2 spreads you'll see that my header, my days of the week plus the top washi goes all the way to the top of the page. So I wanted to do something where there's some white space left at the top of the page. So after I get all of the correct dates laid down here, I'm going to start lining up the days with that top number. See, watch here. See how I lined it up with the top number? And then after I got that first one done, I was able to line up the, the next ones next to the first one to try and keep things as even as possible. And then you'll see there's that white space at the bottom, so I'm covering that with the top washi. And it also goes into that top box. Oh, here I'm showing you. I forgot I did this. I could compare all 3 for you, so you can see all 3 different ways I did the top washi and the days of the week. So I am covering up a portion of the top boxes here in the top row, but because I'm not using the lines of this kit, well, I'm using the lines a little bit, but it's going to be more abstract. You're going to see I'm not going to follow the lines when I lay down the stickers. I'm just going to lay down the stickers where I think it looks good, and because I'm doing that, I don't necessarily need a full size box in the top row. That's what I'm getting at. It's okay that I covered up part of the top row, because I don't need that full box in the top row for the way I'm going to do this layout. So this kit, it's funny, I design the kits, and of course I love them when I design them, and I love the colors, and if I'm ever not loving a kit while I'm designing it, I stop and I get rid of it and I start again with a new pattern. I have to love the patterns I work with, because I see them a lot and I work with them a lot before I retire them, and I have to love them or I get tired of them and I don't want to see them. It's upsetting. So here you'll see I started with some full boxes, like the full decorative boxes, and I'm just laying them in random spots throughout the page. I'm not worried about columns. I'm not worried about rows. I'm just sporadically placing them, and I even did some this way, horizontal instead of vertical. And then I'm going to start layering functional stickers, also going multiple directions, both horizontal and vertical. And I'm overlapping boxes, because I've seen a lot of classic happy planners do this, overlap boxes when they're doing their planning, and I think it's so neat and it looks so cool. That yellow box in the center on the left page there, it's off, and I do fix that. It's like a little bit askew, and I do fix that later. So just so you know, if it's bothering you, because it was bothering me, I am going to fix it. So I was debating at first not doing any bottom washi. I do end up adding that at the end, so you'll see that. But at first I was thinking I wasn't going to do any bottom washi. So now that I have the full boxes down, the full decorative boxes down that I wanted to use, and I have the full functional boxes down, I'm starting to add my half boxes and my quarter boxes. And again, I'm spreading them out. I'm adding like the patterns and the sizes in just like a random format, but I'm trying to make it look pretty. Like, it's random, but I want it to look really pretty. So here I am fixing this one because it was a little bit askew, and I used that blue line, the blue line in the plaid pattern to help me kind of get it lined up correctly. And I think now it's it's more correct. I guess it's not that big of a deal, but it was really bothering me. It was a little bit crooked, and it was bothering me. Okay, so I just continue to add stickers until I think it looks good. The colors in this kit are pink and blue. We have both light blue and dark blue and yellow. And I think it's such a neat combination, those three colors together. I've used those colors in other kits. It just always turns out to be a cute combination of colors. Okay, so those 2 quarter boxes that I did vertically, I was thinking I have absolutely no idea like what you would put in a quarter box vertically, but I thought I would try it just for variety. So if you like, what could I possibly put there? You know, I was thinking I could put like a word and turn it sideways, but could you also use it for something else? I don't know. I don't know, but is it bad? Maybe I should never do that again. Should I never do that again? That's the only thing I was really questioning myself about as I was doing this spread. I had fun, you know, switching the boxes, the different directions the boxes were going, using all different patterns in different places, but those quarter boxes turned vertically. I just don't know. I just don't know if that was the right choice. Okay, so this bottom washi here, I decided to go ahead and add it because I felt like it's just too much white space at the bottom for me. And then I'm going to add the bottom washi on the other side too. And oh, here I am adding another another quarter box vertically. So yeah, I mean, it looks cute, the 3 boxes in a row like that. I just don't know when it comes to planning, like what you would write in there that would be that narrow, or if you would just write something sideways, I don't know. Okay, so I am going to put the bottom washi on the other side as well. I start out by putting it over that large sticker, and then after looking at it like together, I decided it would look better if it were under the large sticker. So I'm going to peel up the corner of the large sticker, and I'm going to put that washi under it and then put the sticker back down. So that's another reason why, like, it's another example of how my stickers are repositionable. You can lift them up and you can move them a little bit. So I'm almost done. I just wanted to put something in the sidebar. I didn't like leaving it open, but I decided I want to still have like a random pattern kind of thing going on, but I didn't want to layer boxes in the sidebar. So instead I staggered the boxes, and I had some that went further left and some that went further right. So here is the final look of my chaotic artistic one. I had all of my dinner meal planning stickers left and a few functional boxes. So I'm going to give you a last look at these. I'm going to put them inside the classic happy planner, and then I'll do a flip through and we'll take a closer look at each one. But I am curious, between these 3 patterns, so June 124, June 224, and June 324, which one was your favorite pattern? Here is June 124, June 224, and June 324. Thank you, friends, so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, will you please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you all again next time. Bye, everyone.